And he was talking about, I just to leave the car here. I said, where do we park it? And he goes, well, that's the thing. And I said, then what would we do? He said, well, I'll get the truck and the trailer and come back down. And I thought, that's not going to work.
We recently just got back from Galveston, where my lovely wife and I went down there for a few days to celebrate our 60th anniversary. And we had a great time. We found probably the best seafood around at a restaurant called Katie's in Galveston.
Yeah.
Where they caught all the fish and shrimp and everything.
I'm not even a seafood lover. A lot of times we'll go out and I'll just get chicken or something, but I loved the seafood there. Okay, it's so fresh. They just got it off the boat and the meat house or right next door to them, and they cook it. The market's right now. It's just so good.
And it's never been frozen.
Yeah.
But it was delicious.
Went to Mr. G's. I had the most amazing Maui fish tacos. So good. And black beans. It was really nice.
And I had a delicious
clam chowder,
clam chowder.
Yeah.
Bowl of clam chowder, which I dearly love.
Yeah, all those restaurants around there were really good. They have fresh seafood. And I find that I like seafood if it's fresh. So I'll have to move. I'll have to move on the coast somewhere.
We went on a, wasn't a cruise.
It was a tour boat. It was Baywatch dolphin tours. So we could go out into the boat and you could see the dolphins. And one of them was pretty neat. I got a picture, but you can't really see anything in there. There was a couple different guys out fishing out in their boats. And he said they would reel the reel in, and when they would catch a fish, they'd start reeling it in, and the dolphins would grab it off their hook before they would get it in. And but another time was so neat was this huge ship. And I mean, it was huge. And there was one dolphin swimming right in front of it. Then there was two swimming right in front of it. And it's like they were guiding the ship. And I asked the captain, I said, why are they, looks like they're directing the ship. And he said, they do it on purpose. And,
on purpose?
Yeah. But he said, probably in their little porpoise minds, they think they are guiding that ship. But then there was another time we saw a whole school of dolphins. There was like a mom and dad and several little babies that just popped up on the other side of the ship one time, and it was real fast. I didn't get a picture, but it just happened so fast. But that was fun. It was fun being out there. They played music, and it was just fun being out on the ocean, on the Gulf.
In the Gulf, yeah. It was a good little outing.
They do jump very, very quickly, so if you are trying to get a picture, it can seem a little difficult. Best way to get a picture of one of these dolphins jumping is to take a video, then take a still from that video. If y'all do not know how to do that, you can ask your kid or someone else's kid, and they will surely show y'all how.
At the hotel, we first got there, we were guaranteed a coastal view. And this is going to be wonderful. So I called them a couple of days before and said, do you happen to have a room with a walk-in shower? And she looked at it and said, no, I don't have any. And I said, well, we're on the coastal view, so I want to stay there. So that's not that important. It's not that big of a deal. And she said, okay. Well, we got there. She'd apparently found one. And
with the shower.
With the walk-in shower, changed our room, so we did not have a coastal view. We opened up the curtains and there was just houses in there. And then the shower didn't work. So I said, okay, can you find us a room with coast and don't have to have a shower. But she got us a room with a coastal view and the walk-in shower, which was so nice. Yeah. And we had a nice view because we could see out the view, could see the coast the whole time. And the seagulls. There was a light right out in front of our hotel, and there'd be two seagulls sitting up there almost all the time. One of them would leave, and the other one would turn. I tell you, I swear, like he was looking right at us. And then he would leave, and they would always come back, day and night. They would be up there. And it was a very pretty view, and we could sit outside in the balcony. And early in the morning, we'd sit outside, and it was really nice.
Then the other shoe dropped. And for some reason, my gas tank always showed that it was full. And I knew that it wasn't. So I tried to put gas in, and it would sometimes only take a gallon or less. The most I was ever able to squeeze out of it was almost 2.5 gallons. But anyhow, this was like two or 3 days before it was time to go home. That was heavy on my mind.
Wednesday night, we were leaving Thursday.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, Matt, just to leave the car here. I said, where do we park it? And he goes, well, that's the thing. And I said, then what would we do? He said, well, I'll get the truck and the trailer and come back down. And I thought, that's not going to work. And anyway, so we decided we're going to...
Well, we prayed about it.
Yes, we did.
We were getting a little gas in the tank at a time.
And it ran fine.
Everything ran fine. But I had no idea how much gas was in the tank. So we left Galveston.
And you bought a 3-gallon gasoline at Walmart. We got that, put it in the back seat.
For backup.
Yeah.
In case we got stalled, we could get. But we just prayed and asked the Lord to help us get through this. So about, 8 o'clock that morning, we took off. And we didn't come the same way. We took back roads in case something, I'd run out of gas. I wouldn't be in the middle of an interstate or something. So anyhow, we took off, and I knew that the optimum gas saving on that vehicle was 50 miles an hour without air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So we took off. In the mornings, it was relatively cool with the windows rolled down a little bit. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
So we took off, but that nagging feeling that something could go wrong any minute kind of wore on me. We must have stopped maybe 8 or 10 times.
So our daughter texted us. We were told her what was going on. And she said, you guys are just real troopers. And so we thought, we're troopers. And then as the day went on, it got hotter and hotter. And I told Bob, I said, I think you can call me the ex-McTrooper.
We finally got to a town that was less than 50 miles away. I told Connie, I said, I'm going to stop here for gas. If I can get a decent amount of gas in this time, I'll turn the air conditioner on the rest of the way. Still 50 miles an hour, though. So I stopped, and I think it was 2.6 gallons I was able to get in. Oh, I was so appreciative. 50 miles an hour. But we had air conditioning. What a blessing that was. And the miles, even going that slow, we clicked them off. And we ended up home around 4 o'clock in the afternoon.